Is the actor playing Boba Fett like fat now?
No, he's got a dad bod. He's older. He's got
Right.
Yeah, he's not like
kinda...
morbidly obese, but like it's noticeable.
Right, for sure.
Especially if you go from the last time you see Boba Fett is in episode 6.
Right.
Scrawny boy. He's lanky. He's kind of thin.
He's fucking.
He's
played by an old British man.
Yeah. He's not a stocky Polynesian warrior type, unfortunately.
It is just funny that like that a great time just deep faking Luke. They couldn't have just done that to Boba.
Well, Boba's supposed to look like Jango, so they're like, let's just hire the guy that is Jango Fett. And they're like, oh, we got it done.
Well, not to his face. I just like his body.
His body. Yeah.
Well, get like a skinnier actor and just fucking plaster his face over.
Yeah, just put Boba's
They did
face
that
on top.
with Cushing in Rogue One.
Oh my god, that's right. Peter Cushing, because that boy did. That boy sussed.
They did that
since World War II.
They did that a few times with
he looked
what's
like
his
he
name?
was on the brink of death in the first Star Wars. What?
He had tuberculosis at that time, bro.
Oh, did he? I did not know.
No, that'd be funny though. He looked like he had tuberculosis.
Okay, so where did we leave off? I'm just gonna read this fourth paragraph.
Thank you so much. I was like, I need to get these out.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it straight up. The scenes with Boruto are the prime examples of what I'm meaning. That is not humor. Oh.
He's starting from the wrong part.
That is not humor I enjoy, but you executed it perfectly. Let's take
Did
the
we?
first scene with... Yeah, I guess we did. Sasuke,
Sasuke
and Boruto, for example. After the chuckle-worthy... what did FMV mean
that
again?
word, chuckle-worthy.
Oh, I was in the middle of looking it up. Hold up. FMV meaning
oh yeah, I kept seeing that. Like, what is that?
Full metal vagina.
I said fat male vagina.
Oh yeah, hold up. Let me switch my Wi-Fi real quick.
Full metal Borschblingbo.
FMV of the father and son practicing. Yeah, he just means the live action. That's
okay.
Is where it got weird for me. While I'm not a fan of the types of jokes, random voice changes, fading from existence, and the fuck you. Those are my favorite ones. Those are my favorite.
Alrighty, well, see you then. Take it easy.
Him fucking fading out of existence and screaming. That's great.
Come on, hilarious.
And the
hey, but he said it made him smile though.
It did make me smile.
Go get some food.
Oh.
Mainly because it was all timed
yes, ma'am.
perfectly.
See you then.
You didn't let your viewers get accustomed to one particular oddity too fast.
That's
the whole point.
It was a very good use of quick humor in changing that.
Hold up, I'm getting another call.
Okay.
Whitman's a popular person today.
First, it was the little boy is a whore? Huh?
I didn't get that bit.
What the fuck?
Like, he's talking about the commercial sequence.
In what context? When did that happen?
I have no idea.
The little boy, who is he talking about? Boruto?
I thought he was talking about Boruto. But I am not sure.
It was the fact the little boy is a whore, then quickly he was a commercial. So he understands that he became like a commercial for Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but...
What did he mean by that?
I have no idea. It's still baffling. I've read it like twice already, and I'm like, I don't know what he means.
I'm racking my brain. I'm trying to think of the first time we see him in my head.
It's when he pulls up next to Sasuke.
He says, "Oh, daddy."
Oh, that's probably why.
So that's his fault for taking that in a fucking perverted way.
In a weird,
he's just supposed to be like an excited little kid running up to see his father. Daddy.
Yeah, and he took it the weird way.
That's the only explanation I can think of.
Likewise.
Speaking of escalation, man, I swear, anytime Boruto was on screen, it just kept getting worse. Okay. It seemed like until the end that every time he came on screen to show... Every time he came on screen, the show and situation got even weirder and weirder.
That's
Remember,
the
this
point,
isn't a complaint. You pulled it off amazingly. To a first-time viewer, I can hear myself through your microphone, Sebastian.
Oh, can you?
Yes.
That's weird. I'll turn you down. Let me know if it stops or if I need to try and leave again.
Able to identify just what type of character he was. His jokes... Wait, I fucking forgot what he said. Remember, this isn't a complaint. You pulled it off amazingly. To a first-time viewer, I was very quickly able to identify just what type of character... Oh my god, he was. What the fuck was that noise?
I have no idea. Is it coming from my mic?
That must have been Keith.
Oh.
His jokes revolved around keeping me on my toes and knocking all expectations aside. One of the few times I actually broke out in a chuckle came from this scene. Once again, that's very good. The idea of having Boruto glitch and basically ski as Sarada moved normally in the foreground was very original. And the payoff of the next lines got me very hard. What?
Wait, he said that?
Yeah, very original. I think he's talking about how hard he was laughing.
Oh, yes. That's right.
The idea of Boruto
caught him very
in the foreground, very original, and the payoff of the next lines got me very hard. Very good. You play expectation and escalation so very well. This is your bread and butter. Keep using it.
Okay, I love bread and butter.
I do love
Is somebody else
butter.
trying to talk? Is Ivan in the call? I feel like I'm hearing somebody trying to talk and it's not happening. Weird. My mic is being weird.
There he is.
Hey!
Hi, Cody.
Hey,
Hey, I got a phone call.
You got a phone
Again?
call?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Buddy, I got a phone call.
Yeah, I got a phone call.
Keith, did you read the part where the critic got very hard watching our video?
Got hard? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Where is this?
Look at
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Escalation, that paragraph. Look at the end of that.
Okay, speaking of escalation, man, I swear every time Boruto was on screen, it just kept getting worse.
Like
Yeah, he wasn't talking about the quality of the video. That's what I thought at first.
Yeah, his junk is rising.
Well, no, read the very end. He literally says, very original, and the payoff, the next line, got me very hard. He's talking about how hard he was laughing.
Does he literally say that? Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, but he doesn't mean it like that.
Wait. Sarada moved normally in the foreground was very original, and the payoff of the next lines got me very hard. We got him hard.
Great choice. Yeah, great choice.
This is the first abridged parody that's gotten anyone hard.
We the best, baby.
We the best parodies.
Now here's what I want to see. Now to things I think could be trimmed, changed a little, or for a better impact. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Sasuke is reminiscing. I'm gonna go ahead and predict that a lot of the shit that he's gonna talk about is just like stuff that I kind of rushed through because I was finished with the video the day before.
Right. Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Sasuke is reminiscing about his father. Oh god, that scene. I think he started with the father's Donald Duck talking just a bit too soon. No, I did not, and I'll tell you why afterwards. It was more distracting as we watched Sasuke walk back toward the street than it really gave a comedic impact. Okay, so this whole entire scene just isn't for you then, because that was literally the point.
Yeah, right? That's what I found weird about that too. That's literally what we were going
the
for.
video slowly fade in, no. As well as the audio, no. Did have helped it hit home a bit, no. I already disagree. Though the rest of the joke was effective with how awkward it became, going in at 30 whole seconds.
You really
Does it mean the beginning of the scene to the end?
It became yeah, what is he saying? Though the rest of the joke was effective with how awkward it became, going in at 30 whole seconds. Yeah, what are you saying?
That he was I guess he's complaining that the scene he thought it going on for the whole scene was annoying.
Oh, I see.
Or like,
he was
it
like,
didn't
yeah,
fit.
the scene went on for 30 seconds. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about that scene is that Donald Duck voice that I used was AI generated. And
hell yeah.
the thing about AI generated voices is sometimes we're talking about UberDuck, by the way. The website is called
Shouts out UberDuck.
That's a UberDuck.
Sometimes whenever especially if you write a paragraph that's way too long, sometimes the
duck doesn't quite understand and it keeps going.
It'll start to paraphrase and improvise.
Yeah, it'll start to freestyle, basically.
It's actually well known for freestyling better than your favorite rapper, Eminem.
And you'll get some interesting results when you do that. And not every single, but most of the clips that you hear in that Donald Duck scene, no words.
Yeah,
it's literally
just UberDuck just having a stroke.
It's UberDuck riffing.
It's the tail end of what I wrote for UberDuck, and it's all just garbled mess that you're not supposed to understand.
Yes, and I've got.
I love that you did
to me, at least, that he's not only does the tone of his voice not change at all throughout that entire interaction, but he just kind of keeps that tone, looks down at the ground at his feet, and walks away, continuing to scream at himself. And like, you can hear him,
and what's even funnier than that is that there are people
and, like, reverby as he like walks away, and like you can hear the sound of his footsteps on the dock really, really clearly, and like there are seagulls overhead. It just adds to the atmosphere, and like you said, the awkwardness of it. That's exactly what I was going for with that.
And what I think is also funny is the fact that there have been like comments of people being like, "I can almost make out what Sasuke's
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Well, that's
You're
because,
lying to yourself.
Like I said, there are moments where like he actually says words.
Words will slip in. They'll slip in, but it's not anything cohesive.
I have to go back and watch it again.
I don't know. I literally like wrote most of the shit that he was supposed to be saying, and I couldn't catch anything in there.
The reason that scene even exists is because we were going to get Sebastian's dad to record for that scene. We were going to get Leaping Dad to record for the Father's Day parody. That was the plan. But like,
capitalism had other plans.
The deadline was coming up, so I said, "Fuck it." And I think Keith mentioned using Uber. Originally, we were just gonna feed his lines into UberDuck and just have the AI be the voice. But things changed when I discovered Donald Duck, the TikToker, on going to TikTokers. As of the time we record this, the only TikToker on that category is something called Donald Duck, and it's literally just Donald Duck
with two C's.
It's Donald Duck.
Yeah, Duck.
Okay, so we're not even through the. I feel that the scene of Sasuke trying to bond with... he spelled the name wrong. It's not Saruda. It's Sarda. It's supposed to be salad, I think, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to bond with Sarda in the festival may have dragged on just a bit too much. Well, good, because we cut a lot out of that.
We cut so much from it, actually.
Overall, it feels like it was kept in just because the actual anime episode needed it to work its plot beats. Do you agree with that, Keith?
No, it's nothing like the original anime. It's like a lot more lighthearted in the original episode.
Yeah, we definitely shows up in that scene and like gives them the idea to like put the jacket on her.
Yeah, and then Shino's also like, you should call Sarda like your baby girl, and he does, and Sarda's like, ugh, you know.
You're gross and you smell bad, Dad.
It's similar, but yeah.
And in the original cut, we had Sasuke call Sarda a bitch to her face.
This is true.
Yeah. Maybe that would have helped with the pacing.
maybe a little bit.
Maybe the bit where he says he calls his daughter a bitch to her face really loudly, and then it cuts to a guy off in the background, being the echo, the reverb, going bitch, bitch, bitch. And Ivan was gonna voice that guy.
I love that bit. We're gonna save that bit for something else.
It'll be good. We'll make it work.
This honestly is something hard to overcome. when we show, when something is needed but hard to make your own. Wow. Wowie zowie.
We made it our own. Fuck you.
So it's situations.
I think the fact that you think that it was the episode, it just goes to show how good we made it our own.
I mean, I'm assuming that he watched the episode before he wrote this review, right?
Maybe not. I'm gonna say a hard nay.
Maybe
that's a lot of press.
This honestly is something hard to overcome. When something is needed but hard to make your own. So with situations like these, it's better to try and either shorten them so it doesn't linger, or try and turn them on their head so it can stay
really short.
How do you turn that on its head? We're trying to have like a fallout between these two characters,
and it happened. What I don't get is he's saying those scenes dragged on too long. I was like, those scenes are some of the shorter scenes.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, not short in too much of a way, but
maybe compared to like the ending.
Hey, I've got to dip for a second. I'll be back in a little bit though.
Okay.
Jesus.
Goodbye.
So unprofessional.
Goodbye.
Go eat some dirt.
So it's situations, yeah. So it doesn't linger, try to turn them on their head so it can stay in your own tempo and character. This scene overall just felt like the weakest point of the whole episode. I don't entirely disagree with you. It felt generic sitcom. It felt generic sitcom of a father failing to, but that was the point, which just didn't feel like your strengths. It had a little of the subversion and weirdness with Naruto and Google's. So you can Google Himawari, but you can't Google Sarada. And I think he still spelled her name wrong here. I think it's Hima. I swear to God.
What did he put? Himo?
Himawari. It's with an A.
What did he spell it with? An I?
With an I. He Googled it. He still spelled it wrong. Anyway. In your credit, in defense, however, I feel like you nailed it with the second scene of them trying to bond. Look to that for turning things on their heads, having WikiHow, editing jokes. Editing jokes? I thought editing jokes was the video itself. And just still overt weirdness or realistic moments with Googling things on phones was the perfect way to try and make that normally generic scene your own. And shout out to Sebastian with that fucking insane drawing that he made. Oh yeah, the cherry Coke joke was brilliant? Was it now?
I'm glad y'all think so. Or they think so.
Because I think the whole character of Boruto is like Coca-Cola, cherry Coke. Maybe
it's literally soda related.
Maybe he means like Boruto giving her the long speech and then like her trying to repeat it and it just sounds like really bad.
Think so. Either that or just
Coke,
the whole...
It sucks and you piece of shit. Like, oh, what the fuck was he trying to say?
Yeah. I think that's what I'm trying to get at.
Here we go. Editing. What do you think of this? You've already read this, right?
I have. I think it is... I don't think it's malicious at all, which is very nice. I think it's a good review in the fact that they're being open about, it's like, it's not their type of humor, but they can understand the strengths and all that.
Ablo, because this is like kind of good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like really, it's well done. Like he really went in. He was like, well, I'll be honest. And he watched the whole video and it's not just like, oh, joke bad. It's like an in-depth, like he was like, yeah, criticism, here you go. This is what I thought.
Your editing jokes made me laugh. There, are you happy? You made the big, bad, scary reviewer laugh. Okay.
Okay, bro.
First and foremost, your editing always fits the joke. Nothing was distracting. Unless you wanted it to be. Frickin' Boruto face. I guess he's talking about the face app smile that made Boruto. He made 3 face apps of Boruto's, like that shot of his face. He made one with the closed mouth, one with the half open mouth, and one with a big grin. Because when you're abridging, you technically usually have 3 different phases that your character's mouth goes in. You have the closed, the half, and the wide open. So Keith matched that with his face app. Why doesn't he say something about that? He just leaves it to freaking Boruto face.
Boruto face.
Anyway.
I guess he's just a sound editor.
Example, the biggest laugh I had in the entire video, oh boy, came from a moment of silence. The subtlety and long silence of Sasuke's awkward avoidance of eye contact in his first scene with Sarada was frankly hilarious and perfect. You would fucking love the first Boruto video then.
Yes. I would love for some people to go.
I'd have to go back and watch it, but I don't know if we did like the awkward silence more in this one or more in the first one. I kind of think we maybe did a little more in this one.
I think so, because there's, I mean, I'm trying to think, because the whole Sasuke Sarada bit, and then, I don't even remember. Oh, like, I mean, with the Boruto bit later on, where it's like the little like lightning bulb in his head.
The lightning bulb?
Remember when Sarada like says the thing to him right before he goes to Naruto, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, I'm gonna go talk to my dad now." It's like the little ding, because he's like, "Oh, I get it."
Well, I think that was just more of a fact that Keith didn't have a lot to work with as far as Boruto goes in that scene.
Probably.
Fuck. Where did I leave off? The subtlety and long... Okay, we read that. It gave the scene a small bit of pause to let it breathe and instantly let the viewers know that Sasuke had absolutely no idea what he was getting into. Overall, your editing was just masterful. Me? You used clever tricks to really make Boruto feel like a glitched-out game character and threw in very subtle things to balance, such as the rulebook being tucked back into Sasuke's cloak later in that scene. Small things like that help keep the show actually feel alive and help with immersion, while the big edits,
like the Sasuke hand.
I kind of wasn't a huge fan of the book thing after I put it in, but I kept it there anyway.
I didn't even realize you did it until, like, rewatching it. I was like, oh, shoot, that's a nice little beat. That's not what I need.
However, there was one thing that completely ruined any joke you tried to make. It was a complete failure of editing and scene planning, and I am very ashamed to have to point it out to you. You gave Sasuke the wrong ghost arm with the phone edit joke.
He's being a little
lost his left arm in the fight with Naruto. Wait, what? He lost his left arm in the fight with Naruto, not his left?
He messed up his own freaking thing, but I know that's
right.
I'm pretty sure.
You've already said that you Googled shit.
Apparently not well enough.
Googling shit and still getting it wrong. Oh my god.
Okay, I don't think that was a serious jab.
He just turned into Andy here. He just said, "Okay, listen, I'm supposed to be like, the boss of this level. Give me a break. I have to find something to point out that went bad."
Guys, I wasn't serious. I think it was Andy.
Shit, I think
that'd be funny.
From Ablo too.
I think he is. He's been banned. He was the first one.
I think I don't think I'm banned from Ablo. I'm just blocked by Pyro.
Probably.
He might have banned me from Ablo. I don't fucking remember.
I thought it was... no, it was Ablo. What was the other one?
Lounge. I think the Lounge was what used to be Ablo. No, fucking Ablo and Lounge are the same thing, you retard.
There was something before that. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But I know what you're talking about.
Sound design. Ooh. This is me.
This is you. He does go a little bit hard.
Firstly, the voice acting fit the job. Yes, it did. Shout out to everybody that fucking records for us. We only get people that we like and think are good. I may not have been a fan of the voices for certain roles. Which ones?
Say it. Say it with your chest. Who do you not like?
But never distracted. They never distracted, and they fit their jokes perfectly. Some people may complain about voices not fitting to them. They do. But as long as it doesn't hurt the delivery of your content, don't worry about it. You should read some of the comments we get in Naruto Abridged about Sakura.
Oh my god.
Even when we don't change her voice actor, people still will say, like, wait, her voice was different in the last one. No. D-voice
No, it's always been Darnell. It's always been our boy.
Good old Darnell Williams, whatever his name was.
Darnell Lloyd.
I'm going to say it was William.
We're going to bully. It's Darnell Lloyd Anderson.
Ah, there you go. The balancing... Did I say... no. Wait, what? Yeah. The balancing of background music and lines was also effective. You never let things get drowned out unless it was the point of the joke. When did that be the point of the joke? Oh,
like,
fucking...
I think with
yeah, I don't think you were here for this. He made a comment about in the beginning when the music like swells as we like cut to Sasuke walking through town. He said like, oh yeah, the music rising was a great way to express tension between Sakura and her mom, or Sarada and her mom. I was like, yeah, that's totally what I meant to do, and that totally wasn't just me not finishing the video until like the day before, and I totally didn't balance out that part of the music.
Yeah,
I actually meant for it to be a little softer than that.
Oh, shoot. No,
Jake is a genius.
Yeah, I'm on the paragraph about sound design.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now for some actual complaints that will be easy for you to fix. Well, I like easy. I'm actually supposed to be working on something right now. Now that... Just so that you know, I've been mixing sound effects and audio in Abridged projects for about 10 years now. I'm sorry. Jesus. I was able to catch... I didn't realize I was speaking to someone with PTSD. I was able to catch on very quickly that you were using the same cloth swipe sound effect. That is true. A lot. It did get distracting in the first scene with Sasuke and Sarada. And you know what? That cloth swipe that I use is the same one that I recorded when I first made Whack Lagoon back in 2018.
Are you serious?
Are you telling me that's custom Foley?
Custom Foley. I recorded some shit back in 2018 when I was working on Whack Lagoon. And I've just been using the same fucking cloth swipe. I've made like, I think 3. Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's the thing. Unless you're someone who's done a sound design and a bridging for 10 years,
right?
No one's gonna fucking notice.
Right, exactly. Except for those veteran abridger ears.
Oh gosh.
But yes, he's completely right. I will fess up to that.
Man, you a bitch for that.
Yeah, now I'm gonna record some more. For Pete's sake! He said, for Pete's sake!
Oh, for Pete's sake!
You used it even for his eyes! I did! Honestly, most people won't notice this, and you'll get by with it more times than not. But it can be distracting if you overplay a specific sound effect, not if it's something subtle like that. And not if you space it out enough. Because I've had cuts where I've like listened back to it, was like, oh yeah, now I can actually like hear it like, repeating itself. And like if I can pick it out just from viewing it, then someone else can probably pick it up too. It can be just try mixing it with other sounds in moments, yes, or replacing them a bit more, yes. I personally use a rotation of about 3 different orders if there is a repetitive action on screen. Well, then you'll just hear the patterns of you repeating them.
Right?
You know? If you go from, like, maybe I can pick up one of your videos that you used, you know, backpack 1, and then immediately went to, like, jacket 2, and then jacket 3, and then backpack 1
then
comes back again. It's like, oh, yeah, that was the one that had, like, the little jingly in there. And then once I notice that, I'm going to start listening for more patterns. And it's just going to keep happening like that. So I don't think I agree with using a rotation. I think random can be a little better. But still, like, use your eyes and make it fit with the scene.
Yeah.
When I'm working, I have, like, a whole fucking, like, bucket full of those things over to my left. And I just kind of... It's literally like drawing one from a hat.
Right.
Sometimes you just gotta get shit on timeline and not think about it too much.
Or then the video doesn't come out on time.
Or the video doesn't come out for 2 years.
Yes, exactly.
Because I was too busy rotating all of my backpacks and jackets and pants.
We were too busy rewriting this one scene 15 times.
Woo! The use of echo on your voice lines was also overused.
No, it wasn't.
If you're going to use, I only use echo for the outdoor parts. I did not use echo for the inside of a kitchen. I did not. That is just objectively not true. I used a reverb for the inside of the kitchen, and I made it purposefully very sounding like you're talking in an empty room. I wanted to make it uncomfortable.
Well, and there's a bunch of people that'll be oh yeah, that's like the most important thing for world building. And then there's some people that are like, don't do that at all, you know?
Keith, I wonder if he's going to talk about the buzzing fluorescent lights you can hear in that scene.
Like the room tone.
Just to add even more uncomfortableness to that atmosphere.
Right.
That's why I made it so echoey in Sakura's house, because I wanted to make it feel like you're in not a prison cell, but you've been in those houses. Everyone's been in those types of houses.
You're in an empty home.
Not dilapidated.
You're in an empty home.
They're livable, but they kind of stink. Yeah. You dig?
Yeah, you're like a McMansion is what they call them, you know?
McMansion.
Yeah.
Fuck, where was I?
Jake, I want you to know that we also got another review that I think you should read after this.
What the fuck?
Okay. Like someone just posted another one.
Like just now? Fuck, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll totally do that. The use of, it was overused. If you're going to use echo for the inside of a kitchen, make sure it alters as people move around, make sure it alters as people move around it. So he's talking about if, like, Sarada was walking to the right, I guess.
Pan her voice?
I did that.
Yeah.
Well, no, it cuts to her walking away, and there's not a lot of, I don't know.
Well, and then
maybe he means like take the reverb and move it around in a pan. I guess I've done that too.
Yeah, or maybe he could be talking about, if like someone's standing close to a wall, then maybe you should like EQ the reverb to boost the low mids.
There was never a point where they were standing by a wall, though. There
was
the static shot of both of them standing in the kitchen. There's when she walks away, and then when she walks out the door, and that's how that entire scene goes.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh, well. I think for the most part I disagree with that first part of that paragraph. The main problem I had with the echo, he's not done about the echo. Was that it was used for normal dialogue in scenes and also to add a weirdness to lines from Boruto. Make sure you don't overplay effects. What is he talking about there?
Well, but like adding like delay or like reverb to like just normal dialogue is what you do to make something feel like it's inside of like a world. You know what I mean? Yeah. Without it just feels like amateurish.
It feels amateurish, but sometimes also it can fit. It can kind of, because I did cut out the reverb in one part. It was when Sakura was not. I keep fucking calling her Sakura. When Sarada like really blows up at the end of that scene with her and her dad, I cut the reverb off so like you can hear it really clearly, and it's like that's all you hear, and that's like it's supposed to like
it draws focus,
point an arrow on like what's going on. Like I cut out all the fucking reverb, all the crowd noises died down. It's supposed to be like it's just these two people, and this is what's going on, and like the world doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
I think I'm going to need you to read the majority of the next one, Keith.
Oh, shit.
Here. The use of your echo... Make sure you don't overplay effects and that they are used consistently or they could become distracting or lose their effects. Fair enough. While I wasn't a fan of the he wasn't a fan of the overall style of humor, it was done very well. It was very easy for viewers to see just what type of energy you have for your production. You have your own style. Keep it and expand on it. Work on lulling your audience. We do focus on the lulls.
Yeah,
work on lulling your audiences into moments of peace, just to throw them into fights where they stand on their toes. Honestly, you've got such a fine understanding of your cursed sense of humor that adding other joke types and setups could help make it even more outlandish and memorable. I want to know, like, if you went and watched like anything else that we've done, because that's kind of what we do for the most part.
Yeah, it's kind of every parody we release has the same type of humor.
It sounds like he's framing this like we're just getting off the like we're just starting.
Yeah, and we're on like year 6 or 7.
Keep at it, chap. You'll get there someday.
Thanks.
All in all, it was very refreshing to see weird and different types of humor back in the abridging community. Stay weird in original morning ramen. Fuck yeah, I like that.
Ooh, I like it too. I also feel like I don't know. I feel like
he put the image of you eating poop at the end of it, Keith.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
Finally,
I feel like there's this air of serious. I feel like there's this air of seriousness that a lot of bridgers are like trying to do, but it's just so important to remember that like a bridge is supposed to be funny. You know what I mean?
It is. It's like people take it really, really seriously. It's like you're supposed to be having fun. It's not something you want to be like forced to do. It's not like this ain't our jobs. Like it's just something we love to do.
I don't watch a lot of the bridge content that's not ours, so I couldn't really. I can't really weigh in on that.
All right, I'm on the freeway, so I'm gonna look at the road and read this at the same time.
No, don't do that.
Lord. Don't do that. We'll read it for you, and you can.
No. I'm a great multitasker. Watch.
How
about I'll just stop this recording and then we'll fucking read the next one when you get home. How's that sound?
No.
I think that's what we're gonna do.
Wait. There isn't much.
Who is this? Who was that? Who's the first one from?
The first one was from this guy named Silver Zeke. Never heard of him before, but apparently he's an abridger veteran.
All right. I think they should go watch. What was it called again? Fire Force. I think they should go watch Fire Force, and they should minimum word count the same as the last ones that we've read. But for Fire Farce, tell us what you think of the jokes in Fire Farce. I won't say what they are, but I'm not even going to tell you how long it is. Go look it up.
Yeah. You gotta go check it out.
I challenge you.